Did somebody say WeeaBoots? Cause I think I just heard someone say WeeaBoots. Hello and welcome to another episode of the WeeaBoots podcast, the anime review podcast from GigaBoots.com. I'm your host, Dan Video Games, and with me is Jay.
Holy crap, we're still doing it. You were serious about this.
Yes, this is for real from HailZeon.com. Or
Yep.
from HailZeon.
Yep.
There we go. And Bob.
Hey, I'm here again.
Yeah.
And from GigaBoots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. I was just like,
curious.
you know,
We just
I'll
let
get this eventually.
We have faith in you, Bob. You'll figure this out.
This room stinks of non-YouTuber.
Oh.
Then it
All
just
right,
starts
that's the
playing
title screen for this guy at 5. Okay, here we go.
Oh, God. Here's my review. Opens box.
Man, we're doing another one of these.
Yeah,
I feel like I was just here yesterday.
Weird, yeah. It's funny how much time can feel compressed when you're really working on stuff. But yeah, last week we reviewed as One Punch Man.
Never had to say, come on.
All right, I already forgot. It's been such
You're
a
in
long
charge
time.
of this fucking podcast. You should know what the hell we did.
I should. Look, I just had an emotional roller coaster as I sold a new 3DS XL to fucking Eric. Oh, my heart aches. In any case, today we're here to review, as we said last time, Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. Have you guys watched any anime since last time?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Well, this one.
Maybe next week.
I watched Arrow.
I was sad that No,
like,
fuck you. It is not. I wish I went back and watched more of a few animes we reviewed for the show, like Ninja Assassination. Or Assassination High School
Classroom?
Yeah.
Classroom. There we go. And Ore Monogatari. But, that episode with Ore Monogatari never went up.
Oh, well, that's because Dan lost it. Not a big deal.
It's fine.
It's
fine.
fine.
All fine.
Yeah. Look, man, that's when WeeaBoots was temporarily canceled. Yeah. Now it's back. That episode isn't, and that's okay.
Yeah. It's just lost to the sands of time. Who gives a fuck?
And no one cares.
Yeah.
No one cares at all. But hey, today we're here to talk about Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. It's an anime TV series.
Yes, it is.
From Japan?
From Japan.
It is.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's not Inspector Gadget, so it's anime from Japan.
Yes. As opposed to anime from France?
Yep. So hey, Bob.
Hey.
Who makes Gundam?
Sunrise makes Gundam.
Whoa, okay. Crazy.
Yeah. They've kind of been doing it for 35 years.
Is that all?
Is it actually the anniversary this year?
Actually, I think last year was, because that's when Reconquista and G came out, and that was supposed to be the 35th anniversary.
Well,
okay.
hopefully at some point they'll get used to making Gundam and really understand what it's about and make a better Gundam. But, it takes a while for anyone to warm up to a format. In any case, the original creator is Hajime Yatate.
Whoa.
But that's
Okay.
just a...
But, that's a pseudonym.
Okay, I was about to say, did Bob please tell me Bob wrote down that's a pseudonym for, their entire writing staff, except for, their core team.
And then,
And
Yeah,
then Tomino.
Yeah, Tomino
Yoshiyuki Tomino is
the actual creator
original creator,
Yeah.
but is not associated with this at all.
Not this one. He wrote Reconquista and G, which is the first series he had written since Turn A Gundam.
I see.
Yeah.
We got some directors.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, shit, this guy did Toradora?
yeah.
Yeah, in any case, spoilers, Jay. Oh my god.
Oh, my bad.
The director is Tatsuyuki Nagai. He directed Anohana, The Flower We Saw That Day, Toradora, and a certain scientific railgun.
Are you trying to ear molest our audience?
Hello, and welcome to The Archaeologist, The Founding Principles. I'm your host, Daniel Sean Melvin.
Wow, that's
obscure as fuck because you can't even listen to that podcast anymore.
Yeah, that is the most esoteric thing I think you've said in anything.
Yeah, probably. And I don't give a fuck. They can Google that shit and also see that they cannot listen to that podcast anymore. Have I mentioned that I kind of want to talk to the guy who hosted that and be like, hey, give me the files. You still have them, right? I want to listen to that.
I threw Anohana on there because I was like, hey, Jeff really likes this one. For some reason, I was just like, yeah, so we know this. Wait, no, that's just Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Jeff. Who isn't with us anymore.
Past that.
He's
dead to us.
God rest his soul.
Actually, no, we haven't even told him we're recording these again.
Oh, I figured.
Just because of the drop off at the end of last time.
Yeah.
I figure it'll go a week by week basis of this is what we're watching next episode. This is when we're recording it. Join us if you can.
Yeah.
So hey, we got some characters here. There are, in fact, one might say, too goddamn many characters.
Yeah, there are a lot. Okay, so this is a Gundam series, and for those who aren't familiar with Gundam, it's war politics, sci-fi, space opera bullshit, and teenage angst. Oh, and giant ass robots.
Of course.
You know, that is pretty much what the ingredients to a Gundam series is that right there. So yeah, and then
let's talk about what the core of this one is. Okay, so Iron-Blooded Orphans is about a PMC on Mars that is all child soldiers, basically. The management is older people, but the vast majority of their forces are war children.
Yeah, they're all,
like
child
13-ish.
soldiers.
Right, there's like 3 divisions to them, I guess, and it's mostly war children.
Yeah, and what happens is one day a person who's a political activist of sorts who tries to
I wrote it here.
Yeah, you did. You wrote a lot of characters, kind of making it difficult to find.
Closer to the top.
Kudelia.
Yeah.
Kudelia Bernstein.
Yes.
In any case, Kudelia is not very German sounding, but yeah, in any case, she's a blonde chick, political activist, and she has money dad.
Yeah.
In any case, she needs to get to Earth to do negotiations about things and basically be political activist lady.
Yeah,
so she hand selects this PMC to transport her to Earth, and that is when everything goes to shit.
Yeah.
Mars is currently under the control of Earth and is currently in the middle of an investigation of how that's going when this series starts. So you've got many layers to the series. You've got main characters. I would say there are 2 main characters that it really branches out. And then you got 2 main characters who are the investigators. And then you have one shitlord who's over Mars. And then the Gjalhorn, which is the military forces on Mars that he sends to go fuck up the main military force, which at the beginning of the series is called CGS. CGS is the name of the PMC with the child soldiers.
Yeah, I think the Gjalhorn is the overall name of the military forces of Earth.
Yeah, that's just the entire military branch.
Okay.
Yeah, so that includes both Mars and Earth.
Okay.
And I find it great because Destiny's like one of their most OP weapons
is Gjalhorn.
Gjalhorn.
Yeah. Look, man, we're all pulling from the same lore and naming things.
Right.
We can't. Fuck it. And when we redo Watch, I may call the thing Gjalhorn. Fuck it. Fuck everything. But in any case, so yeah, that's basically your structure there. You've got the military that are fighting CGS because they wanted. There's a conspiracy basically to kill the political activists, and we are about to just make real sure everyone's on the same page of the story. Fun. They're trying to kill her as a catalyst, so that way it incentivizes the people who want Mars independence even more to revolt. Like, she's supposed to be a martyr, and that's why they want her dead.
Yeah, and Mars and like her father is the one that's spearheading this.
Well, no, her father just sold her the fuck out.
Well,
he's
yeah,
like here you go, she's here, bye.
Well, yeah, he's the one that's setting this whole thing in motion for them to do, so that way this whole thing can get rolling.
No, I think that was Coral.
Right. I think.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I thought he like
no, he just ratted her out because he's a weak-spined piece of shit.
Okay.
And probably got paid.
Yeah, it looked like he was ghosting that. In most of those positions, get paid pretty well and be totally the worst.
Yeah,
it's
great because after that discussion, even the bad guy's like, "Man, what a piece of shit!"
Yeah,
and
he tells on his own daughter.
And the bad guy
to not kill her so bad,
right? Like, he's the bad guy, and bad guys in this anime aren't middle ground gray area. They're super capital B bad guy.
Yeah, okay, that is got to be my biggest issue with this series is the bad guys just being blatant mustache twirling, fucking snidely wishplash in space bad guys.
I feel like that main Mars guy is, but then like the guys investigating that aren't.
Well,
So I'm
they're from
they're
Earth.
actually gray area people. Technically, if
Right.
things were clear to everyone involved, that they would probably be on the same side of getting Kudelia and stuff like that. But that's not clear, and everyone's in this weird exchange of like, you're in a vehicle that's clearly labeled as being a part of the Galhorn. Like,
Yeah.
In any case, what I was gonna say is Coral is mustache twirling
Yeah,
piece of shit, and he looks at her dad and goes, "Man, what a piece of shit." That's how you know you're the worst guy.
Yeah.
But that's all I was gonna say.
So yeah.
If you guys want to go into the mustache twirling, like there are people who betray people, there are people who just totally fucking throw people under the bus in order to make it out with their own skin, and every single person who does it in the first 4 episodes, because like usual in the WeeaBoots podcast, we watch at least 4 episodes,
At least 18 episodes.
at least 18 episodes before we do our preview. We are thorough. No,
The series ended 3 weeks ago, but it's fine. We can keep doing a preview
it's
now.
Fine. It's fine. I've been staring at the last episode 5 weeks straight. But no, like, they have been fucking obvious. Like, they gave one of the guys who threw them under the bus in order to make it out with his own skin the shittiest fucking mustache.
Yeah.
He seriously was just like, oh, yeah, no, he doesn't have a sexy mustache. He has the grossest, sleaziest mustache. Like,
Yeah.
really thin, greasy pencil mustache. And he's just like, oh, you fucking kids. Ugh. And
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, Snidely Whiplash.
Yeah.
Fuck. It does do that.
And I think that it's at least we do get some characters that aren't that like on the opposing army, like when the commander of the enemy forces that's actually attacking them finds
Right,
out
the
he's
troop.
fighting he's fighting child soldiers. He just has like some moral crisis.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's
Okay.
at least there is still some of the old Gundam in there.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we should since Gundam is a very really large franchise. First off, this series completely standalone. You don't have to see any previous Gundams to see this one because there's you have the core universe installments and then you have the alternate universe ones that are usually a standalone series. So for those that are wondering, this is a standalone one.
It is not a part of the Universal Century.
Yeah.
We all know that the only thing that's really core to the series is G Gundam.
Is G Gundam.
That's what everything splits off from.
Idiots.
So okay, and since it's such a long franchise, I guess we should go into which Gundams we have seen and how this stacks up to them.
Let's
first
start
off.
with Bob. Bob.
I did some thinking since last week. I've seen a lot of Gundam series.
Okay. All the way through, or
Yes, I've seen Gundam X all the way through, Gundam Wing, G Gundam. I've seen most of Zeta, at least over half of it. Ace MS Team. I don't know.
did you see War in the Pocket or 0080 or 0083?
I did see 00. Which one has
The nuke or
the nuke and the guy with the big shield?
Yeah, that's 0083.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, and
That's a few more than last week.
Yeah.
You watched a lot of Gundam in this time frame.
Apparently. And,
Okay.
and then movies like F91 and
okay,
And
so
the best one, Endless Ball.
Yes.
Because it has great music.
it does. It really does.
it shows you it. It just freaking just breaks into a music video mid movie. It's the best
Yeah.
movie.
It's okay. So that's yours.
Yeah.
Jay?
Okay, for me, a lot of people
We
started
can
off with-
shorten this list by saying how many of the ones he just listed have you not seen?
I haven't seen Gundam X.
Okay. I figured.
Everything else that he just listed, I've seen. I've
Okay.
also seen Char's Counterattack. I've seen.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I've seen
Yeah.
all the early Universal Century stuff, the original series, the trilogy version of the series, which is actually better than the series.
Yeah.
I should just watch that.
You really should, because honestly, that's actually the one that's canon.
Great.
God
The movie trilogy version is what's canon because they changed a few things in the final battle. So whenever they flash back to it in Char's Counterattack and in Unicorn Gundam, they're recreating scenes from the movie, not this. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because they swapped out some mechs and some vehicles or some planes. So
Okay, but what else?
Oh yeah. Let's see. I watched a pretty decent chunk of Reconquista in G, which was a clusterfuck, and I've watched about a third of Turn A Gundam, and yeah, that's about. I think that covers all of my Gundam. Pretty much like everything he's watched, and then what I just said.
Okay, I've seen all of G Gundam, probably.
Yeah, I mean,
And I saw 3 episodes of the Gundam Wing series and a lot of my girlfriend's boobs. Does that? No? Okay, so...
That doesn't do much.
That doesn't do anything for you? I can't round that up to all of it? Damn. Okay. Then how about this? I saw Endless Waltz.
Okay.
And I've spent a lot of time playing Gundam games like Gundam Battle Assaults and Gundam Warriors.
Yeah, but it's like Gundam Warriors will pretty much fill you in on a lot of the universes.
A lot of it, yeah.
That's pretty much.
And honestly, I feel a lot of properties are best consumed through a video game that, like, here's your plot, kind of.
now go slaughter 1 billion Chinese robots.
Yeah. G Gundam converted perfectly.
Okay, so this one's a bit different.
So the tone is pretty serious, except for when it really jumps into hyper anime love triangle senpai.
Yeah,
thing.
Jesus Christ, that is like so jarring.
Thank God.
Okay.
Thank God, because me and so I watched the anime for WeeaBoots a lot of the times with my girlfriend Tosh. Me and Tosh, once that kicked in once, I'm like, I want out.
Yeah.
That is really what's breaking this series for me. It's really
this forced ass, completely unnatural love triangle thing with emotionless McGee.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Like, I hate the fucking bland milquetoast fucking protagonist. Like, he's fucking Kirito. He's another fucking just bland, like, I'm a super badass, I have no personality.
Here's the thing, though. If you didn't have the weird love triangle, it would sort of work because he's supposed to be a deadened child soldier.
Oh, yeah.
He's the most indicative of what that's actually like.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm totally cool with that. It's just the fact that he has, like the women who are, like, blushing around him and, you know, flirting with him.
No shit, audience. No shit. Twice in the same episode, Kudelia says, man, Mikazuki is so sugoi. I am fucking serious. Twice in one episode. She's like, man, he is so amazing. And I'm like, oh my God,
and like,
shut up.
Like, she fucking, like, anytime he does anything remotely, like, you know, like, personal in terms of conversation, just, like, compliments her or anything.
Yeah.
Even when he's being a dick to her, like, she'll fucking blush. And it's like, stop it. Stop it with this stupid anime trope bullshit.
Because even if there is a backstory, if she somehow saw him at some point and realized she loved, it's still just like, no, the rest of the series really doesn't mesh well with this.
You know, she has no reason to act like this around him. She doesn't, like, I mean, his best friend Orga is way cooler of a character. He's the one that's in charge of everything that pretty much takes control and, you know, is being like the total badass, that like strategic one.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's kind of almost like a father figure to the rest of his cadets or to the rest of his comrades.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, he's the actually cool one. He just doesn't pilot a mech. So, really, if Kudelia should be, like, you know, fawning over anybody, it should be him, because he actually has a fucking personality.
Are you implying that Kudelia is a sapiosexual? It doesn't just look at Mikazuki's, said it right, abs and just go, oh man, he's so amazing. I want to jump.
Fucking Orga's got abs too, and he's not fucking 5'3" on top of it. Because, you know, fucking Mika is tiny as shit.
Yeah, he is. Except for in scenes where he isn't, because holy shit, the animation's bad.
Really?
This show looks like garbage. Yeah, different camera angles. Kudelia isn't on model ever. Like, they show her at a table eating, and she looks completely different. They show her in a scene with Mika, and he's fucking as tall as her. It makes no sense, scene to scene. I'm like, this is such an ugly-ass Gundam. Like, I'm sure there's uglier, but fucking A, man. Maybe you two just had, like, years of seed and other garbage to just lower your standards, and you're like, this isn't the worst Gundam I've seen.
Okay, Bob, did you notice the animation inconsistencies? Because I didn't really.
I didn't see that many inconsistencies.
Yeah, like,
there's a ton of staying on model problems. There's a ton of, like,
Kudelia,
you know, Dragon Ball Super, when it drops, like, Goku and fucking Beers to shit-ass quality, like, they have thin eye. It did that. Fucking A, man. Like, this was really... I wasn't even there to nitpick. I was just like, why is she as tall as him? What is with this scene? What is...
I did notice they got a little weird with Kudelia, is like they couldn't figure out what her hips were doing sometimes.
Or
like,
her boobs, or
like she
her... her hair's the most on-model thing ever.
Yeah, her hair
So
is...
as long as you concentrate on that...
See, maybe that's what I was... Maybe that is for me, because, like, I don't remember Kudelia's face being off model, but, like, I always remember because, like, her hair does, like, the way it frames her face, I may have just been focusing on that
and
more.
like, everyone's got in this whole series, like, unique hair design of like, and then Orga has like this weird bang chorus from Pokemon thing of like,
yeah, he's got this swooping bang.
Yeah, he's got the Yu-Gi-Oh thing going. Not turned good into gold
but
yet,
it's
but he's
like,
working on it.
Yeah, he's working on it. You know, you can't put him under that much pressure. But yeah, like pretty much everyone's got that going on. It was almost impressive. Like even the Earth investigators have their own color and style of hair unique to each other.
Look, you have to make things incredibly exaggerated because there are 30 characters.
Right. To the point of they color-coded the Earth investigators as blue and the guy in charge of Mars as red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just... Okay, anime. I know you have 30 characters. I will permit you this.
I definitely didn't notice the character designs being off-model as much as you did, which is weird because, like, watching so much... Maybe Super has desensitized me. Because, man...
It's broken me like painted.
Dude, you don't understand how off-model Super can get sometimes. Like, the last episode I watched was fucking atrocious. In terms of, like every time it'd be, like, a close-up shot, it'd be, like, the character, like, Goku and everyone else would be, like, on model. Like, for, like, like, those keyframes. But then they would back up and, like, have, like, more than one character in a shot talking to each other. And it'd just be like, ugh, what the fuck? Was this drawn by an 8-year-old?
But yeah, I know I watched a lot of this very tired, so I don't. I might have missed something.
Yeah, I think I was probably because
I honestly wasn't watching it with the intent of doing a review because I started watching it before we even said we would.
That's true. Yeah.
So I wasn't being extra careful to look at
to note things and stuff like that.
And because the series is so dialogue heavy and it's a political drama,
you're often reading the subtitles.
Yeah, I was really focused on the subtitles. So yeah, that probably really
they can really get around things with that.
Yeah, so imagine if this was English dub, maybe I'd pick up a hell of a lot more on that. But I will say one thing.
Yeah,
the mech designs look fucking fantastic.
They're definitely the best I've seen in a long time.
Like I really do like the style of the mechs. They definitely aren't going for like the hyper realistic thing. Yeah, because Gundam kind of abandoned that a long time ago. But yeah, it's definitely like the most visually interesting, especially the Gundam itself. It's really different from what we've seen in past Gundams, and like the fact that it's hand-drawn mechs, I really like. The fact that there's no CGI.
Yeah, it doesn't have that jarring cut that some.
See, that's the thing I actually didn't even note because, once again, I haven't seen a Gundam series in a really long time, so I haven't seen CG Gundams in anime.
Yeah, you haven't seen...
So I have...
They reserved them pretty much for the OVAs. Did Double Zero have CGI mechs? I don't think they did.
I only saw like one episode. I don't remember.
Okay. Because I know Reconquista and G didn't, but I do know that Unicorn and Origins.
I just know I've seen so many other like non-Gundam mech series.
They're
done by Sunrise even.
Yeah, so many friggin' mech series will just cop out and do CGI, and the fact that they actually hand drew them, and like those are complex mech designs too.
Yes, it is pretty complex. Yeah.
Yeah, so like the fact that they're hand drawing all that, like I can at least applaud them for that.
As for the design, though, I didn't feel anything super strong for it. I just saw the mechie pilots at the beginning, and there are the other mobile suits, and they look okay. Like I'm not wowed by them, but I'm like, okay, yeah, these aren't bad.
It's distinctly out of that Seed era of man. That is way over designed.
See, to me, like. They just come off as really angular and more minimalist because, because they all kind of have like that same kind of flat, manufactured look to them. So you never get anything like as iconic looking as like a Zaku or or like a Tallhees. Like you never get like anything that right now.
Because the tone of the series isn't.
Yeah,
and I understand that. That's sort of the thing. It's like it fits in with everything else, so it wasn't outstanding or weird.
I think we're going to start seeing more mechs if we watch like another episode or two. I accidentally read some spoilers while I was getting our list for stuff.
Yeah, the next episode preview actually had them going into space, so I was just like, oh shit, we're actually going to go into space in this space opera.
Last week I brought up how One Punch Man has a great sense of pacing, and you never have that feeling of I want the thing this episode's about to fucking happen. This has the exact opposite. There are so many redundant conversations. There are so many meaningless conversations. I already mentioned she's like, oh man, Mika's so amazing. They really need the viewer to know that. But there are also conversations where it's like, we get it, you're going to betray them.
Yeah.
Like, we get it, you're going to betray. You look ugly, Which, man, okay.
He's
real
a
quick.
Hitler stash.
Yeah, fucking between him and the guy who betrayed them that was in charge originally. Kind of.
Yeah, he is.
Those two are just horrifically ugly and almost don't even fit the art style of the anime.
Yeah.
Like, the way the traitor, the rat son of a bitch, looks, his eyes don't match with anyone else. His face doesn't match. It's so weird.
When this guy joined them, I really hoped that he wouldn't be that character. That he would actually endeavor to have this ugly kind of dude. But hey, he's a cool guy.
And he's got experience.
Right.
Yeah. And that I was hoping for that too. And then they
that.
just turn him into the most reductive fucking piece of shit. And it's like
Todo Murkone.
Merkonen. There we go. Yeah, Todo Merkonen. But yeah, no, fucking like I was really disappointed in that too, because like this anime plays with the idea of child soldiers and deep themes that are like really somber. I mean, one of the iconic moments in this is where like fucking Orga tells the main character, Mika, he's like, you need to basically kill these guys. Like, you need to fucking stone cold murder them. And everyone's like, why aren't we going to go along with the plan if he doesn't? And he's like, because, well, I'm going to ask him and he's going to do it. But because we need him to do this. And it's because apparently main character guy will just stone cold fucking murder people as long as Orga gives him the go ahead. And it's like, oh man, that is one, that's a fucked up
really
relationship.
Yeah.
Two, that action's dark as shit.
Yeah.
There's a point where some guy's like, hey, I can't get out of this thing to kill myself. Can you kill? And then he just kills him in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah. The guy's like Mika like pulls his gun out and he goes, thanks for, and then
Yeah, he's like, thank you.
Yeah, like the guy's like mid-sentence.
He doesn't even get arigato out. He just goes arigato.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like,
And then it has this like reductive character arc of the fucking treacherous asshole. And then it has the love triangle. And those two things really...
Yeah, they feel like things are just strapped in there to make it more sellable.
And it's to the point of like treacherous asshole ends the episode by like, I'll show you how evil adults are. He fucking says that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
It's so forced and contrived. That really bugged the shit out of me.
And I mean, that's the thing. Like, between the pacing and those things, those are killing this series.
Yeah, like this series, it really wants to tell like a really serious story. It wants to tell us a really somber story. It wants to deal with these really heavy, mature themes. And I respect the shit out of a lot of things that it's doing.
Yes.
But shit like having the mustache twirling adults taking down the kids, obviously trying to appeal to this teen audience of like, yeah, adults suck, man.
Yeah, like, they're like
so
four
fucking,
at once.
Yeah.
In episode 1, there are 4 fucking mustache twirlers.
Yeah, it's so trying to appeal to teenagers. It's the same thing with the fucking forced love triangle, because you have like the stone cold badass teenage protagonist,
and then you have girl next door and amazing princess waifu.
Yeah, who both want him, and it's just like, really? What type of fucking fantasy bullshit is this? Like, am I supposed to be in the middle of watching a realistic war drama, or am I fucking watching this fucking kiddie anime? I don't know which.
Is this based on a dating sim I just don't know about?
Yeah, it's really pandering.
It almost hits that too.
It panders way too hard to its audience, and I don't know, like maybe if I were 16, I'd be dumb enough to think this is good.
Like, this could be with the same level as Wing.
I keep flashing back to Wing, and I'm like, no, there's a part of, like, in the episodes I saw, Duo just doesn't fucking care.
Yeah. There's so many great moments in this series, and it pisses me off that these little things are really pulling it down. Like, Mika, like, you know, as you were talking about, just straight up Stone Cold killing a bitch. When they grabbed, like, you know, the guys who betrayed him the first time, they had them all tied up. And it's just like, you know, you either get the fuck out, work for us, or we fucking kill you. And then it's just like the one dude goes to rebel. He
goes,
boom, boom.
He's like, what the hell do you... Before he could even finish his sentence, Mika just blows his fucking brains out on everyone else.
Yeah, he just... Yeah, like, he doesn't hesitate at all. And it's a really jarring, shocking scene that just... It's disturbing because you had this fucking, like, 15 or 14-year-old kid just...
Isn't he 13?
I don't even...
He's young. He's really young. But he's just splattering brains. Not a word said... And it's cold, and it's harsh, and it's unforgiving, and it's like, it really hits, and it really works. But then you have fucking princess waifu, and as you said, girl next door,
Yes.
trying to get senpai's attention, and I'm like, stop it! Stop dragging this series out. Like, if you're gonna have these girls like him, give me a reason for them to like him. Explain, like, fucking, the Kohai's relationship with her senpai to, why does she care for him the way she does? And why does fucking Princess Girl keep fucking blushing over him?
And the fucking problem for me is I feel like the Princess Girl, they're gonna explain. They're gonna be like, I admire his strength, and this is why I chose you people, because this guy is incredible.
Yeah, it's gonna be
And
some
it's
fucking
like-
stupid shit
Yeah,
like that. And
right,
it's-
and there's no good way to explain that.
Yeah, I really
and
feel
like, yeah, there is no good way. Like, they're
Yeah.
gonna explain it, and I'm just gonna be like, I still don't give a fuck.
yeah,
Right.
I
like,
wish this wasn't here.
Like, I really feel like the person who like, I feel like there's like two different people writing the show. There's like this
No,
one
there's
guy.
a marketing team.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Yes,
that's the
there
thing.
is
Like,
the marketing team that
there's-
is called Hajime Yata.
We can all blame Utate. He's
Yeah.
a real person.
Like, I just
Fuck
feel
yeah.
like, there is there is a guy here that's working for Sunrise who wants to tell this really meaningful fucking war story about like the strife of like child soldiers and orphans and just these really dark, mature themes that are really disturbing and just twisting, and then you have some fucking bullshit marketing executives who goes, add some girls that want to fuck them. And then, like, have them talk about how Sugoi is.
I hope they're as overweight, bald, and fucking retarded
Yeah.
as you just portrayed.
Yeah,
Like,
and just-
have some people who want to take your penis.
No, the guy who betrays them, he has to be uglier. And the cool adult that's with him,
They have a
needs to be
10-year-old directing.
he needs to be like all jacked and shit and like just as cool looking as like the other guys.
He
Like,
shaves his beard a special way.
yeah, like it's
He's the guy from Hunger Games.
because there is at least that one adult they showed after
Yeah.
he's like this dude who's like ripped as shit. He looks like he'd be like a cool badass kind of guy. And like I'd rather he had been actually if anyone was gonna double cross them in
Yeah.
the series. Biscuit, the fat kid,
Yeah.
because he actually has like a personal history with these guys. So like maybe because he has a family, because he established that he has siblings. So if anyone was gonna like double cross them, it might be him for like to have a better life for his siblings. That would be interesting.
I already don't. I'm already looking forward to not seeing what they're gonna do with Biscuit. Is basically
Yeah,
where
I'm
I'm
like,
at.
they're
I don't think
probably
they're gonna
going-
do anything with him.
What do you think, Bob?
I think that they probably will do something later with them. And I'm getting some serious Kamina from Gurren Lagann vibes from Orga. I think he's gonna die halfway through this. And
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That wasn't just me.
Mikazuki
Yeah.
has no idea what to do without him.
Yeah,
because that's what they're.
it's too. Yeah, the relationship is too tied together. So yeah, I think
really,
Orga is going to eat it as well.
It's really great because I haven't heard anyone who speaks English say his name in that way, like Mikazuki, like instead of Mikazuki.
Yeah, Mikazuki.
And like Godzuki. Just popped in my head right
Yes.
then. And Mikazuki.
Yeah, like man, Mikazuki doesn't roll off the tongue very well. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep calling him Mika.
Me too.
Mika's
And then I'll
just a
think of
lot
the
easier.
singer, and I'll be okay.
But yeah, it's just.
Or Armika. Either way, I'm
Okay,
good.
Something that drives me nuts though is like,
Yeah,
because like I'm
yeah.
watching the show, I'm like, okay, I wonder if the rest of the internet. So I watched a couple of reviews for like the first couple episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and people are really liking this show.
Fucking A.
Yeah, people are really, really liking this show, and they're like, "Oh man, it's like one of like the best shows I've seen this season. It's a really good Gundam, blah blah blah." And I'm like, and thing is, so
Okay,
like,
Jay, let me frame this
is-
for you. This is one of the best things I've seen this season. I'm not saying it's great. I'm saying this season's garbage.
And he said this before. He said this before, and that horrifies me to no end.
Okay,
because
but
we're
the thing is,
only
though, we have
se-
One Punch Man at
We're
least.
what?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the best.
Yeah, that's-
And then this is second place. Look forward to the next 7 weeks, fucker.
Wow. Okay.
Oh God.
I couldn't make it past episode 2 of most of the other shows I tried to watch.
Jesus Christ.
I hope it's his personal taste. I really hope it's just his personal taste.
Right. Okay. So.
We'll find that out next
Oh
week.
man.
Of course, I haven't seen
this-
this 7 Deadly Sins we talked about doing.
Yeah.
That might be good.
Okay. So.
That's the Netflix.
That's the
anime,
Netflix
right?
one.
Okay.
But yeah, this really feels like a much shittier version of 8th MS Team.
I can
Because,
see
yeah.
that. I've seen enough 8th MS team to get the vibe that this is also going for.
Yeah, because it's very it's set like on it's set mostly like on land because like we haven't seen any space battles yet in the series
Right.
from the 4 episodes we watched, but they're apparently going to that. But
Yes.
like it's very rural environments ragtag team, very motley crew of soldiers, fighting it out and just really dirty, nasty environments. And it's just, like darker themes overall. And like I definitely get that same vibe from this series, except this series goes way darker, but then it has all this stupid contrived bullshit. Like, what was it? 8th MS team did have, like, the only contrived thing about 8th MS team is that it was going for a Romeo and Juliet esque story between, the Zeon and the Federation protagonists. But, other than that, though, everything else in that series is rock solid. And, like, I love 8th MS team. It is my favorite Gundam. And the thing, like, this one has so much potential. This one could be one of my favorites, if not my favorite, if it just didn't do the stupid shit. Also, another thing that's really bothering me is I don't feel like it's really establishing the, the government and, like, the connections between, like, Mars and Earth and, like, how their government system is structured. Because if this is going to be, if this is, like, a really important part of the plot, is that they're trying to get independence.
I feel like they might expand more on that. Like, you don't want... We already info dumped a good bit.
I mean, the fucking guy introduced to 20 plus characters in episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that just takes time for them to actually...
But I mean, the fact that they're, like, we're 4 episodes in and they still... the fact that, like, they were able to straight up murder the people who worked for their organization, and, nobody says shit. Even, like, Kudelia. I don't even know if Kudelia is aware of this. Like,
she might not know.
Yeah, so it's just like, oh, you guys changed the name of the company, and now Orga's in charge. Okay. Like, the fact that, like... Yeah,
she's like, I'm going to fight hard, too. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're going to say words.
Yeah, I just fucking Relina Peacecraft bitch.
Right? Yeah, she is just the Relina Peacecraft of the series.
At least peace isn't in her name.
Yes.
Thing is, so I will say she is way less obnoxious than Relina Peacecraft, because Relina Peacecraft is all about pacifism, guys. Pacifism.
Well, we just haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, like, hopefully never gets it. Like, this one, she's just like, no, guys, politics, blah, blah, blah.
Admittedly, she tried to sacrifice herself.
Yeah,
she made the serious argument of, man, more of you people are going to die without me. I'm going to go. And then the series does this thing that annoys me. And it's oddly enough not any of the things I mentioned so far, where they're like, you think one person is why all of our men got killed? And it's like, no, that one person is why all those people were firing guns at you for that one person. What?
Right. I think it's some weird way of, like, he knows that he's going to be in battle no matter what. So it doesn't matter why the battle is. His friends died because they weren't able to fight.
Yeah. Also, another thing I really...
Because he's damaged in the head.
Yeah.
And then she starts to understand him.
Right. Which is the weird part of this, because it's like, no, you shouldn't... No, that's
one
bad.
Moment while I bump things with the fucking nunchucks because of ADD. And in any case, she should have just been like, yo, that's crazy. I got your friends killed. I'm gonna go over there and give myself up.
So,
and then Shitback's like, yes, get us money for your ass.
Okay,
it's just like, God, shut up for a second.
Yeah.
The seed's good.
Something I really, really hate about this also is the Mars people, the evil guys who are trying to kill her to start to make her...
Coral,
for Coral.
Yeah.
He is such a blanket villain. Where it's like he's completely inexcusable. Like, because, like, well,
I mean, fucking, he has, like, Scooby-Doo villain moment there where he's just like, oh, blast, they're gonna ruin my scheme.
Yeah, like, he gets so pissy about it. It's just like, he's, like butting his head against a wall and shit over it. It's like,
yeah,
and I'm like, he's such a blatant fucking one-dimensional villain. Like, he's just, like, it's... The good guys are, okay, actually, the good guys are fairly nuanced, but the villains are so blanketly bad guys, and it's pissing me off, because Gundam was founded on, that
gray.
Yeah,
that moral gray.
Yeah, that moral gray. Like the good guys weren't entirely good, the bad guys were. Like, you could sympathize with the Zeon. You could understand.
Which, it's weird, because that actually is very much a part of the tone they're going for.
Yeah,
that idea.
I think that... Okay, is it okay if I spoil something from the very next episode?
Yes, absolutely.
Coral dies. Coral's about to die. That means that we're probably not going to see much of the Mars branch anymore, and we're going to get more of just actual Earth's Galahorn forces, and maybe that'll get rid of more mustache twirlers, and we'll have more of those random, just regular guys from the military, like the inspectors, and they will be more dimensioned. But that is, you have to put a lot of faith in it for that.
Yeah, it's just right now it is not putting its best foot forward, and like this series could be fucking amazing. I'm so like I am pissed off that this series isn't just flat out shit, because if it were flat out shit, it's like, oh, that was a really disappointing Gundam. This is a Gundam with so much fucking potential.
I mean, that's when we watch bad animes. It's almost worse when we watch ones that could be so good and then they just dive repeatedly into being annoying and bad. Because, like, you know, when it's bad, sometimes it's funny bad, and other times you can just tune out and keep track of this shitty fucking anime with that. But no, this, like, shakes me and makes me pay attention to, like, love triangle moment, Sugoi moment, like, So, you know, I can understand where you're like, I wish it was just all around. But Bob, how do you feel about this anime?
I'm in the same boat of it. Really could be a lot better. Like, it doesn't need these things that we've been talking about the whole episode, so I don't need to repeat it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's
those are clearly core problems with the tone.
But yeah, the pillars of what it is on are solid.
It's almost like if Nathan Drake ripped faces off with his hands, right? Like if his skill animations were that fucked up, and then he was just
just had the Tomb Raider skill animations,
right? And then he goes right back to, hey Elena, oh man, brown people, right?
But yeah, it's
Jeff Goldblum should be Nathan Drake. Oh, that was ancient Aztec civilization. Kind of just blew it up. It's gone now.
Now you're selling it. Brown people will find a way.
I'd play it.
But yeah, Bob, you were about to say.
Yeah, I don't. Man, that was something.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I feel like that's how I feel about this.
I feel like I'll probably keep watching it. Like, I want to see where it's going. Maybe it will get better.
Because who knows? Maybe it can turn a point at some point when Orga dies. And get into, no one likes Mika because he's just a fucking murderer.
Right.
Yeah.
I have these girls, they probably don't know, like, how screwed up in the head he is.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing. Once they broach that topic, it's probably going to be like, oh, he's so damaged.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, he's such a tortured soul. I can fix him.
Exactly. Not, oh my God.
Right.
Fucking shit.
Yeah, like it's
that guy needs help and I need to get the fuck out.
I got terrified we're going to get that, like, Attack of the Clones moments where it's just like, I killed women and children. It's just like, we all get angry sometimes, Anakin.
Well, that was the third one. That wasn't.
No, that was the second. Because it was Tusken Raiders he went and murdered.
Yeah.
What the fuck happens in the third Star Wars?
He goes and murders children.
Yeah.
Like all the
oh, right, the Jedi children's.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought children's and sand people happened in the same one, but
no.
Man, we just get. Man, talk about pacing problems. Prequel trilogy.
Yeah, but I'm kind of worried it's going to go that route, and it's just like, I want Cordelia to fucking die. Honestly, I need her to be a martyr so that way she isn't holding down the rest of this cast and fucking it up with her Sugoi bullshit. Or just, stop writing that element of her character, because she's not a bad character beyond that.
Yeah, I mean,
she's a perfectly fine
cares
character.
about human life to a huge extent and didn't realize how much politics play into human death.
Yeah.
And she's becoming increasingly more aware of that even in the first 4 episodes and is scared of that control. Like, she realizes her actions have repercussions that end lives, and she's more aware than ever, and she's paralyzed by that knowledge.
Yeah,
and that is an interesting character.
Yeah,
but then
she is so layered and
becomes
nuanced.
Hand job lady. It's just like, Mika's so amazing.
Yeah, like she is so layered and nuanced, and it works so well.
Except for when it really fucking doesn't.
Because, I mean, and there's so many great little moments, too, when he's like, hey, I want to shake your hand, and, so we're even. And he goes...
And Mika blows her off,
yeah,
but then...
he goes like, my hands are dirty. He goes, oh, and he goes, yeah, so we're not even. And he walks off. Yeah, I was just like, damn.
Like, she was like, to show that we're equals, and then he's like, my hands were dirty, that's why I didn't shake your hands, which just shows that we were never equals. And then he walks off. And it's just like, yeah, that's meaningful conversation.
Yeah, and honestly,
with her.
Yeah, and when Mika does speak, he does have a character to him. He's not just a Hiro Yui where he's just like, this blank slate who's just gotta do the mission.
Okay. I don't know if this is just me. When he went in that giant monologue that just happens at that one moment, I believe it was in the cornfield, I'm not positive. That was fucking weird. Because no moment before that did Mika have a shitload of things to say, but then he starts proselytizing and speaking the way everyone else in the series does. And it's like, no, you're damaged, kid. What? It was really weird. It just went ka-chunk, ka-chunk, and then at the end of that conversation, turned off. Yeah, I know it's in episode 4. I think it was in the cornfield. It was just really weird because it's like, you're not usually this verbose. Normally you're like, huh? Killing people? Okay.
Yeah. I didn't pick up
weird.
on that, but I think that was like you were talking.
It was almost like a Metal Gear
Gear.
Solid thing.
Okay.
Of like...
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember it being like
maybe,
that. Like
it is
that long of a
only for
monologue.
one exchange. Admittedly, it was a pretty long one, and it was just really strange because normally his words per sentence is around 5
Right.
to 2. But instead, this one's like 14 in multiple sentences in a row.
Also, another thing I really like about the series is the Gundam. It's not like, oh, he stumbled across this, amazing, powerful weapon, and he just so happens to be able to pilot it. Like mobile suits are like, it's just an old junk Gundam that they found that they were repairing, that they were just
planning on selling.
Yeah, they're going to sell it for like parts or just for money or whatever. And then they're like, oh shit, we're getting attacked. And the reason Mika can even friggin' pilot it is that he has these things embedded in it, which I thought was a really cool idea, that it kind of links them directly into
let's
their
talk about
mechs.
that. So these children, as they're growing up, because it can't be done on adults, they have fucking surgery done on them to basically make a funnel in their fucking spine, the bumps on the spine. And it makes it so that way they can interface with mechs more directly via nanomachine injection that causes a neural connection with the machine so they can sense it better and do, not optimal. I mean, that's the word for it, but I need to use retinal projections to give them field of view of the machine and all sorts of info they wouldn't have otherwise. Mika has 3 of those surgeries done, and the occurrence rate of death on that surgery is like 40%, they say.
Yeah.
So he did that 3 fucking times, so no wonder he's like the best pilot.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, he just starts hemorrhaging and bleeding out of his nose the first time he does it.
Yeah.
Like in this, because he's hooking up to a Gundam.
Right.
Which apparently, 1, is why that system was invented, but 2... is a much higher sensor readout and all sorts of other things than the machines he's used to working with, which is why he starts hemorrhaging.
Yeah, and like it's a great sci-fi element.
Yes.
It really contextualizes. It gives you like a good reason for like why he's such a badass in this mobile suit and why he's taking out these professional, high-grade soldiers in their more modern mechs.
Right, and it also feeds back into the...
This guy's got some sort of weird problem if you chose the surgery 3 times.
Yeah,
the perversion of like children as literal weapons and tools and like dehumanization of these child soldiers. Like it does that. It does the thing Bob was talking about. It is a good element.
Yeah, it is a fantastic element. It's just, there's so much good in this fucking series, and it's fucking weighed down by so much bad. I'm so fucking angry.
You should really watch The Walking Dead. You really should. But I gotta let you know. Once an episode, a man's gonna wander into your living room and punch you in the nuts. What? See ya. There's no way that happens. Turns on. No. Why in the first 5 seconds? Hey, I'm Todd. Hey, do I know you? No, you don't. But you're watching The Walking Dead, so.
Damn it! I really don't have anything else to say on the series. I think we pretty much covered all the stuff I have to say because at this point I'm just going to be repeating myself out of frustration.
Yeah, well, we haven't talked about the intro or outro.
No, we haven't.
You, Jay, I believe, said a comment reflecting that you like the intro song.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's different. It has a lot of it has a good energy to it, and I'm a sucker for kind of crappy English.
Okay.
It does have a lot of that.
Yeah,
I fucking hate this intro.
fair enough. I can see
they
why.
played the first time over the outro, like is common in a lot of animes. On episode 1, they just played over the outro, and I was like, man, this outro theme sucks because I forgot that. Then the next episode starts and it's the intro, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta hear it again while watching an intro because I need to know what the intro fucking looks like. And then the outro song's so forgettable, I already forgot it, and I was watching that earlier today. Anybody?
It's another one of those calm songs. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
but it doesn't stand out. It's not something I just.
Is it the outro or the intro? I believe it's the outro that does the digital zoom to the extreme, pans across this large drawing.
Yeah,
that looks so bad.
It looks terrible.
It looks terrible, and then it zooms out, and it's like, well, that's why.
Yeah.
You zoomed in like 700% magnification on this
the
fucking
outro.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a huge shot of everyone.
Oh yeah, with the painting of the mech and it just
and there's the people harvesting in the foreground and Kudelia, and they're just 700% zoomed in, and it just like, man, this is this cheap fucking outro, and then it zooms out and it's like, oh, well, now I know why it looks like butt, but it's still a cheap fucking outro because zooming in on
anytime you just pan on a still image, it's a cheap outro.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't love the intro or outro. I thought the music was really bad.
I can't comment on it because
At least the intro song, because I do not remember the outro song.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The outro, it is one of those kind of forgettable, laid back ones, which is kind of a thing with Gundam. It's usually like really, energetic intro.
What are you talking about? Wings of a Boy Who Killed Adolescence, or Tears of a Boy Who Killed Adolescence was a great outro song. That was the best outro song, along with that Ramona Catch. That was season 2 of Gundam Wing, right?
No.
I have to say the intro, like, I really hate the film game they put on everything. Like, it's way too heavy.
It looks bad.
Yeah.
It just looks really bad because. Hey, Dan, gonna get into some weird stuff here. So it's like that really shitty way of putting a film grain on a thing where you're not affecting the color of it. You're just matte layering a fucking film grain. It doesn't look right at all. Like, it doesn't affect the luminance, and it changes the color in a way that just makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, they just threw it on.
And then it's also way too high. Like you were just saying, like, that is way too much. It's just so many layers of fuck you. And then they didn't even do anything interesting with the color grade to key into the film grain look. No. It's just film grain there.
Yeah.
Was it even animated during the film grain moments?
It was film grain. No, it was like the whole thing. So yeah, there's some animation.
Okay. I could have sworn there was like one or two.
The ending might have, I think it stopped at the very end.
Once it starts doing like the mech fighting, I thought it got out of the film grain.
I think it still has. I think it cuts it for the last shot. Like the very end of it and the very beginning of it don't have it, but then the whole middle.
But yeah, I can definitely say, like, because I remember it mostly being in the first half of it, and yeah, it did look pretty shitty. I'll also say, like, visually, it is one of the kind of crappier looking Gundam intros. Yeah. But I really dug this song because, like, I thought it had a unique sound to it.
It ain't no white reflection.
It is not.
Yeah,
nothing is.
I'm in the same boat as Jay. I think the song's all right. I mean, I guess I don't like it as much as him, but I'm fine with it. It's just that the visuals for it weren't good.
Normally, me and Jay can sort of sit on the same side of the debate when it comes to, like, Englishy stuff, when it's like, the people who did the theme for Zammed. Satellites.
Okay, that's like the gold standard of English.
Of English, yeah, I know. Yeah. Like, we just, that's great. Because it takes some deciphering to figure out that was English all along. It's like the Planet of the Apes one of songs, because it's like, oh shit, that was English all along.
Yeah, I would say like Zammed and Black Lagoon are like the gold standard of English anime intros.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one though, I would say, like, it's not great, but it's
really not catchy.
Yeah, it's not that super catchy, and it's just like it did. Honestly, the first time I heard it, I didn't like it. It grew on me by like the 3rd episode. And by the 4th episode, I was kind of digging it, so.
Okay. But yeah, I'm going to give the intro and the outro thumbs down. Bob, what's your split on those, intro, outro?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's some decent in there, but the visuals for both of them are bad.
Yeah. I'm pretty much on par with Bob. Like, I mean, I don't think they're spectacular. They do what they need to, but I don't think they're like, because we've seen so many shitty intros and outros.
You don't have to tell me. I'm the guy who doesn't skip them. I have to deal with all the fucking people in the room every time I watch animes for this fucking show going, skip it, Dan, skip it. We both know it's bad. And I'm like, no, you watch the intros.
And then I'm just like, oh yeah, I watched it like that one time. And I said, fuck this.
Yep, fucking asshole. I remember that. But yeah, I am not terribly... I could not recommend this anime. I can handily say that, like, are you into mecha and Gundam and you like serious tone stuff? Like, if you're one of those 3, I still probably wouldn't recommend this to you.
I would recommend 8th MS Team first because you're going to get like a very kind of similar tone. You're gonna get way better characters and a less contrived story over. Well, it's not the story that's contrived. It's
Right.
just there are just cliched, stupid fucking elements
Yeah.
holding back a fantastic fucking story and themes.
Right, because the themes are good. The story's maybe not as good as the themes, I think, because like the story has been done before, definitely.
Yeah.
Like we founded Mars, and then Mars wants independence, and we don't want them to have that, so
Yeah, but I don't
we're
think
gonna do
but Gundam-
political things in order to figure it out. Yeah, no, Gundam hasn't done
Yeah,
it,
'cause
but that
I-
doesn't mean larger narrative fictional stuff.
Right.
It's not a retreaded thing, but yeah, no, the story's not terrible.
It
The
isn't.
themes are just better than the stories. All I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, like theming, I'd say like, theming is like 4 stars, but like, the story is like,
Yeah,
a little less than that.
no one's gonna be like, I couldn't watch it because of the story. Unless
Yeah.
by the story they mean every time
The love triangle.
Cordelia's like, I want to suck his dick.
Yeah.
Dude, he's 13 and mentally damaged. This is a Forrest Gump scenario. Someone needs to stop you. Okay, so enough about raping retards. Next week we're going to review, as we said before, that anime on Netflix, 7 Deadly Sins. So if you want to watch that, make sure, that way you can sort of understand where we're coming from and judge our criticism so you can better understand us. Make sure you watch that on Netflix. That'll go up a week from today. So see you next week.
Thanks for listening to this episode of WeeaBoots. Go check out our video game coverage over at GigaBoots on YouTube and consider supporting us via Patreon so we can continue making WeeaBoots. Jay from HailZeon.com is Hail Zeon on YouTube, and our theme song is Android by Luckhash. You can check out more music from Luckhash at www.luckhash.com. Oh, and if you could, write a review for us on iTunes.